I decided, fuck me, dude. I decided to leave it on for one more song because I kind of thought it'd be nice, and also kind of zoned out for a hot minute. But yeah, hang on. Yeah, I have to do. My god, I have been a mess recently. I've also not done facecam in hot minute. I say that I haven't even streamed in hot minute, so I'm not wearing my hat. That's because I've got other things to wear. These feel nice, but I've been gone for a hot minute. Like I said, I'll come back. And then I came back with very inconsistent streams where I was just streaming Tomodachi Life because I didn't want to do facecam because my life was a mess and my like room was a mess, which to be fair it is. It still is. But I'm having a midlife crisis. For the past few months I've been having a midlife crisis and I think it's getting to me. Hello. The midlife crisis is so bad. I am now a jester with a jester hat. I got it because I thought it looked cool and I was like, you know what? I could wear it for stream because it's not anything weird or anything. Because where else am I gonna wear this, you know? Also, I need to like pay attention to the fact that I don't have my gloves on, so it's fine. They're literally over there. I could go get them, but I actually can't be honest. I actually can't be bothered. But yeah, Tomato, how have you been? I know it's been so long. I'm gonna put this on now. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. I don't know if it looks stupid or not. It really has been a while. I say that, it's been a while since I've streamed. It's been over a week since I've last streamed. And I think for like the past month, like this month in general, I streamed like at max 5 times. It's that midlife crisis. And even with that, I can't promise you that after this I'm not going to continue to have my midlife crisis because I was realizing that earlier I was still having my midlife crisis as we spoke. Although I still really wanted to stream today because it is of course the 29th. You know? But yeah. My desk is messy by the way, I'm aware of it. We also haven't been able to catch the streams. They've been at crazy times for you, like 4 AM or 7. Yeah. That's time differences for you. You need to work. Listen! Oh my god, speaking of work. My guy. I have stories and I have, okay, I'm like, you know? I have got fucking stories and a half. Do you know mesa glasses? You know those glasses that record you? Or like you can record or take, not screenshots, like it's like photos. I got hit with one of those. I say hit, no, it wasn't thrown at me. But I've been recorded by one of those. The whole situation is really random by the way. And also, while I'm at it, I'm actually gonna go get those gloves because I'm gonna end up using my hands a lot. So give me 2 Just 2 seconds. Hang on. 2 hot seconds. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, got hit with some meta glasses, and I'm fully expecting it to one day go on TikTok or something, you know? Those glasses being used in establishments sounds unethical at best. I'm about to tell you the story. I've told you the story about, like, I've said on stream about the story once, because it did happen like a few weeks ago now. But fuck it, I'll tell you again, am I right? But, right, okay. Let me picture the story. I'll find out exactly for you, right? What I was working, so we can have a full, proper story. I just need to find it, because to be fair, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what I was working. Wouldn't have been that open sooner. No. 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 Oh god, no, I need to find it to like actually like I was about to say you definitely can't see my screen, right? Yeah, that's fine. I need to find it to be able to really explain the story. Here, let me give you exact times. I actually can't find it for the life of me. It wouldn't be this far back. Where is it? There's no way it was that one. When did I go to the gym the first time? That, it would have been like a few days before that. Hang on. I'm putting in a lot of effort for this. Oh my god, I'm in. Thank you. I'm in. Okay, hang on. Ah. I found it. It was the day before I went to the gym. Also, I'm going to the gym now, right? I haven't been for a hot minute because I went to the hospital. Shit's happened. But really, okay, so basically, for context, these are my clock-in hours. I clocked in at 2:57. Basically 3 o'clock, am I right? And I clocked out at 1:16 in the morning. Basically 3 in the afternoon and 1:15 in the morning. That is, because it tells me on here, a 10-hour, 19-minute shift. You can already tell I wasn't in a great mood. And I assume it's good for health. I agree. And oh my god, are you okay now? I am okay now. A few days ago, no, I was not. I say a few days ago, literally a few days ago, I was not. But I am now. But yeah, a 10-hour shift. I made some good money. So you can already tell that, let's just say, at the beginning of the shift, my hopes were high. At the end of the shift, you can probably tell. Listen, my patience was running out. My patience was running out, okay? And this, of course, happened in the last hour of my shift. Because why wouldn't it happen at 4, am I right? When I still have some light in my eyes. No, it's gonna happen an hour until I finish. But basically, right, for context, it is between 12 and 1 a.m. at night, obviously. AM. That's what that makes sense. And at this point in time, where I work, which admittedly is not exactly private because I've posted videos in my uniform before, but I'm just not going to directly say it. You know, thing is, you know, we aren't open in store after okay, to be fair, that's not true. That's not true anymore. We are now officially closed at midnight. But at this point in time, like a month ago, literally it was beginning of this month. That's when it happened. We were closed in store, but our drive-through, because I don't work in retail, I work in like food, full stop. We're open drive-through until 1 a.m. And literally at this point in time, I want to say it's like 12:30. So we've got 30 minutes till closing. And all of a sudden, bear in mind, I'm going to give you a very quick example on who is here. I say example, like a description. I am currently the late help, which means technically I wasn't meant to be, but I took someone else's shift, hence why it's a 10-hour shift. I think that shift was normally meant to be like scheduled like an 8-hour shift, but I just took someone else's shift so she could go somewhere else, aka to the gym. That's why I started going to the gym. But either way, I took her shift because she wanted to go to the gym and had somewhere to go early next day, so she wanted to, like, you know, have that. So I'm not closing, right? I'm the late help. You've got Water Bottle, who is closing. We've got the manager, who I would describe as the manager, because there's only one manager. She is shorter than me and has a temper and anger issues. And doesn't like dealing with customers, which, to be fair, no one does. But, you know, we've got, how do I describe the other two? I'm literally going to describe the other two as the guy and the girl, because there was another guy there and the girl, right? Because I don't know how else to describe them, honestly. Just the guy and the girl, because they all come into this eventually, right? And, hang on, what am I reading here? At least the manager was there if you needed them. Funny story about that. Okay, so, again, 12:30, and Water Bottle is wearing a headset for drive-through, and he gets a car in his lane. Fair enough, we aren't closed yet, we have to take the order. He starts taking the order, and they're taking the piss, right? Because bear in mind, at this point, there's kind of nothing we could do until 1, because, like, closing-wise, we were done until 1, which is then take everything to be washed and that. They were taking the piss at the speaker. I was kind of watching the screen, and Water Bottle, he wasn't having it. He kept looking at me, being like, you know, that kind of look, and I was like, oh great. 30 minutes till we close. Of course this hits us. So, long story short, because it's like what they were trying to do was they wanted something as a meal, but then didn't want that. Like they didn't want the drink, so they switched it with another drink, but wanted the drink they previously had, which made it more expensive for them. And then I kept laughing about it. Again, I'm not on headset. I'm just like helping all 3 of these people close with the manager. That's just what he told me later. Eventually, they drive around to the pay window. Apparently, according to the guy, and I'll get to that I'll get to that in a minute, right? According to the guy who was on payment window, bear in mind, right, a bit more context. Water Bottle was closing front, the girl was closing kitchen, and the guy was closing, like, the back area, washing everything up. You get what I mean? And the manager was closing the manager area, which is everything else essentially, and like counting safe and stuff. So, a bit more context for you. They drive around to the window, the pay window, and we have standard procedures we go by, and the guy was doing them. And apparently they were taking the piss at the window as well, by literally just staring at them like this. Like, on, like, their car, because again, drive through, staring at them like this. looking at the screen. Well, the guy was like, yep, is your order correct on the screen? Eventually they pay, and they come to the last window, you know, where they collect their food. Now, again, 12:30 at night, nothing is cooked. We're cooking it all from scratch. And the girl, who, bear in mind, I think what we were mainly cooking, though, because we still have some things, was, like, a piece of meat, which was going to take, like, 2 minutes to cook, so she could leave, like, kitchen, and fries, right? I'll be honest, it was fries, which is Front's job anyway. Water bottle was doing that. So she's, for some reason, again, this was like earlier this month, I don't fully remember, but she was on front. She might have just been getting a drink or something, and the guys at the window called her over. I'm gonna be honest, she's nosy, right? Like, she's like, she pokes her head through, not pokes her head through, but like starts listening to them, and turns out one of them asked for her Snapchat. Men, am I right? Although, I'll give you some context with this girl, right? She's feisty. She, again, is shorter than me. She's feisty. You wanna know what she says? I'm 16. To be fair, if it works, I can't complain, right? I've done that thing before. Not in this situation, but I have said, like, a few years ago when I was, like, closer to 16. I did lie about that too and just said I was 16 when I was 18 just to get people to leave me alone, because it either works or it really doesn't go well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, on a place of work, I know, ridiculous. Also, Snapchat, who uses that? I don't. I have it. I just use it for some stupid filters, though. And because the work group chat is on Snapchat. But yeah, basically, she responds that she's 16. Fair enough, it works, and she walks away. I'm proud of her. She would have picked a fight right then. She's basically a mini version of the manager. Her and manager are like best friends. Literally. I have something in my mouth, hang on. It's all that shit I'm chatting. Here it's like a dead app. I got it simply because I was using the filters on water bottles putting too much. So it was like, just get your own. I'm like, okay. And then now it's where the work group chat is. Good for her. Got the creep away from her. But wait, no she did not. A little while later, once everything's like finished cooking, put everything in the bag, water bottle hands it out, or at least I believe it was water bottle, and they stay at the window. Stay at the window. They've got their food. They've got their drinks. They didn't ask for any dips. Why the fuck are they there, am I right? Everyone, I mean, water bottle, the guy and the girl, all start walking to the back. Bear in mind, I'm closing, right? These two people aren't closing, right? I'm doing it for them at this point because they're here until 2. They all start going to back. Me being nosy, I start walking with them, right? And so I'm standing here keeping the door open, and turns out they're talking to the manager saying that the guys were there and are complaining. And the manager's like, oh, I do not want to deal with them right now. So I come up with the brilliant thing of saying, hey, manager, do you want me to deal with it? And I'd be thinking, why would you say that? And 2, why would she let you? Why was she like, oh, you know what, yeah, so you can do it, go ahead. For context, after the manager, I am the next person in charge. Why would I volunteer? I'll tell you that later, right? I'll tell you that later. But basically, at work, or at my place of work, it's literally called Place Name Hierarchy Board. And for everyone who was clocked in at that moment, it was just me and her. Because I'm... How do I describe this? Basically, I'm paid more to train people who have never worked a job in their life. So in that situation, out of the 5 of us, it was my manager, myself, and then like I'm gonna be honest, so you could not like crash and burn, okay? Listen, me, we're about to crash and burn, but like I'm a good placeholder for a moment, okay? Like at that point in time, I was the most senior member of staff. Not because, to be fair, actually, out of the four of us, I am there for the longest. But either way, I wear different uniform essentially, right? You got manager's uniform I wear, everyone else. You get what I mean? It's like, and there's only like, for people who are still actually working and not hiding from work, like only 7 of us who are in my spot who wear different uniform. It's not like vastly different. We've just got like indicators on our arms to like let people know who we are, like the managers do. It doesn't say managers, but like it indicates who we are to other people. So if anyone doesn't know what they're doing, they come to us about it, or a manager. Like stripes in the military? Essentially, yes, but they're not stripes. But that's why I offered, and that's why she said, you know what, yeah, go ahead. Because, turns out, and at this point in time, when I was walking back to the window, I did not know this, but turns out this manager had already cursed them out and called them pedophiles. Well, Nazi, but that's an English way of saying it, Nonce means pedophile. So, turns out that's why she didn't want to talk to them. Which honestly, totally understandable. Don't worry, girl. I got you. I'll deal with this shit, right? So I went back to the window, and this time, right, I'm trying to do straight face. Go to window, lean up. Sorry, is there anything else you needed today? And like, they end up saying something along the lines of, they wanted to talk to the girl who cursed at them, my manager, and fuck this flower dance song, my guy, hang on. They said something along the lines of, according to the Act of 19 something, it's illegal for under 18-year-olds to work past midnight. How, like, we need to talk to corporate about the fact that you're committing a crime, something along those lines. I'm gonna be honest, it one ear out the other, right? I knew what basis they were saying, but as soon as they went all that, I was like, okay, for fuck's sake, am I right? The girl who said she was 16, I'm telling you now, all of us are over 18, right? She said that purely to get them to fuck off, right? They wanted to cite the law. I know. And I'm like, listen, I'm literally thinking, my guy, I work in food. Do I care? No, I don't. So I told him straight up, we're all over 18. There's nothing you need to worry about. This guy starts asking, right, for all of our names, an email to email corporate, a phone number. Bear in mind, again, it's past midnight at this point. Like, hello, corporate ain't fucking open. We're open. And again, to speak to the woman who cursed at them earlier, right? And saying how, because the person who asked the girl out was 16, so I guess it's also another way, like, saying that you're 16 to another 16-year-old doesn't, it doesn't fucking work like that, right? I guess. Like, the person who asked the girl out was 16, the girl said that she was 16, and I guess that was a part of the conversation earlier, and they were saying that because he was 16, and because my manager cursed him out, they wanted to, like, file something for it. And I'm again, this happened like a month ago, and I'm like, do I fucking can? No, I don't, right? But anyway, at this point, I think I'd only just got my hearing aids as well, so I hadn't, like, adjusted, or I just hadn't had them yet. So I literally just tell him, right, listen, we're not required to give you our names. We are not required to give you any information about us. It's alright, don't worry about it. And also, hang on. Weird thing, I'm not wearing socks right now, so I just need to move my foot without you accidentally seeing it, because people are weird. Didn't need to mention that, but I did anyway. I don't like this is like a month ago. I don't really remember what I said, but I remember saying that we're not required to give you any information about ourselves. And then like, I still want to talk to that girl who cursed at us. Well, one of them was confused, thinking it was the girl who he asked out. And at this point in time, that's when I found out that my manager had already cursed him out. This is why my manager was perfectly fine with me dealing with it. And I was like, damn, this is all starting to make sense. Alright, okay. And then suddenly, the one in the passenger seat, the one next to the 16-year-old who asked the girl out, is suddenly like, you're aware I'm wearing meta glasses, right? And you're getting recorded right now, right? And I say, yeah, I'm fully aware. I was not fully aware until he pointed it out. But I knew at this point, I was completely in the fine. I've not done anything wrong. I've just told this person in the nicest way possible that professionally we can't do anything. Stuff like that. I was acting casual up here. Right, I was acting casual up here. Lower than like the drive-through window, my legs were shaking. I'm gonna be honest. I tried keeping a straight face. My legs were giving out. My guy, I was scared. But why did I volunteer? I'm gonna be honest with you. Since working where I work, I've explained this before. I get no amusement out of anything apart from delivery drivers and drive-through. That I get my amusement from those two. Like, not in a bad way. Like, do I piss them off on purpose? No. I do procedures correctly, so I can't get told off, but they get told off because no one else does the procedures properly, you know? That's how I piss them off. So on drive-through, I'm hearing my manager be like, oh, I can't deal with these people right now, and I'm like, I get to annoy people by doing my job correctly? I'll do it for you. That's all I wanted to do. But yeah, up here, straight face. Like, I was just throwing, don't I? Clearly I don't get paid enough for this. But my legs, no, they weren't doing great. They started taking pictures of us on the fucking meta glasses, and I'm like, I don't know if you can even do that. But they were like, say cheese! I look at the girl, because she's right next to me, like, and she's like, sets them off. They start cursing at us, and then they keep saying that they want like a way to contact corporate, and I'm like, there's an email at the bottom of your receipt, my guy. Like, that's the best I can do. Bear in mind, they're also taking pictures of our name badges as well, which, sure, they've got our like names from our name badges, but it's literally just our first names. So they can literally just complain about the day and the time, and they'll just see who's clocked in for it. But whatever. I tell them, you can like see there's an email on the bottom receipt. I didn't receive a receipt. I look in the bag, I see a receipt. But I'm gonna be honest with you, at this point in time, it's been like this whole confrontation, it's 15 minutes, and there's a car behind them, right? And I'm thinking, let me see if I can like find another receipt just to give them, right? As I'm turning around to look, water bottle turns up behind me, starts shouting at them, being like, okay, come on, this car's behind you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this guy come from? Right? And bear in mind, the guy there is also like huffing and puffing because he's also getting annoyed because all four of us are there, and my manager's like hiding in the back because, like I think she was in the office at the time, like doing money stuff, but she did not want to deal with them because she'd already cursed them out, which fair enough. But like, I've got myself at the window, girl right next to me, water bottle behind me, the guy behind the girl, and I'm like, my guy, this ain't going anywhere. So I try and find a receipt, calming water bottle. I'm like, chill, right? And I'm like, yep. I find a receipt. It's literally a promoed off ketchup, which, for context, sometimes when someone doesn't want what they ordered anymore or can't pay it or whatever, we can't just delete the order full stop, right? We can't be like, delete, and it disappears. We have to remove everything, add a ketchup, and then either, if it's a manager, they promo it off with the promo order button, or if you're just regular crew who might know it, might not. I do, which is why I'm explaining this, who do copy loyalty, which is literally just ketchup, copy loyalty, blah blah. It works like that, okay? On this receipt, it was just that. It was a promoed ketchup dip. So I'm like, oh, fair enough. Here's your receipt. The email's at the bottom there. It's also in the top of it as well, but I never remember that. I just say the bottom. You can email the store about it there, and my business manager will see it. I don't know. I don't think this is true whatsoever, right? But he was like, you're giving me someone else's receipt? That's illegal. No, it's not. It's not. I'm like 90% sure it's not. And even with that, it's just a promoed ketchup dip. And I tell him, it's not someone else's receipt. It's a promoed ketchup dip. And he's like, again, looking at it. I don't know why I said, I'm going to use my coaster. Wait, someone paid for the ketchup dip? No, it's a promoted ketchup dip. Bear in mind that I repeat things very often, right? I say I repeat things very often. What I do procedurally correctly is I would just repeat the same sentence over and over again until it pisses them off. Or they listen, right? Like earlier, I skipped this part because I'm going to be honest, it's only just really popped up in my head. But they were like, well, why did you lie about your age in the first place? And I literally said, again, procedurally correctly, we've got to always assume the worst case in every scenario. Like, for example, like this, if we've got men at the drive-thru window who are asking a girl out, or asking for a Snapchat, or saying she's good looking, you know, blah, 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 could it get worse? It could. Could they just be like, oh, sorry then, and drive off? It could. How am I meant to know, though? How am I meant to know? So I always, like, when I say something, I always keep repeating it until they move on to the next subject, or what I say doesn't make sense in that sentence anymore. Like, again, if they get confused by ketchup dip, like, oh, did someone pay for this? No, it's promo ketchup dip. Oh, but it's illegal to give me someone else's receipt. It's a promo ketchup dip. It's no one else's order, you know? And eventually, I think what happened, right? That's the end of the conversation. Because I think my manager realized I was still there and pulled the alarm for, like, assistance. And as soon as they heard that, they drove off. Bear in mind, there was, like, 5 men in this car. My guy, they literally told me, are you, like, is my place of work, like, nonce catchers now? Because, again, I was on about, like, yeah, this is, we had to presume the worst in all cases, like, we had to presume the worst in all cases, whatever the fuck I said, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm on about. We've got to presume the worst case scenario in every scenario. Because I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know who the fuck you are, my guy. If she said no originally, what was it to you, like, you're gonna, how am I meant to know you're gonna immediately leave? You know? Like, you could, but you also couldn't, you know? Like, I'm in an awkward situation. Stranger danger indeed. Fucking weirdos, though. But yeah, I think that's everything. With the thing with them being drunk, I don't think they were, because one of them was 16. But I think the others, weren't 6. I think the others were adults, but I can't 100% say that. Also, my bag full of clips is getting loose. There you go. Like, I think the others were adults. I just think it was just a 16-year-old or something, or like a younger brother. Maybe they're doing a prank video or rage bait. Maybe? Again, I'm not entirely sure. At work, I can't get rage baited so far. I've never been rage baited at work. I literally just give a straight face and just repeat the same thing over and over again until people start listening, and it works eventually. When it's more like customer front by front, not car or delivery driver, it's a bit different. Oh my god, actually, wait, another story real quick. Right. It's a quick one, right? I promise. But basically, right. I don't remember, it was like in the morning. I started working, I think it was like 2 hours into my shift. And the shift manager had went on break, and it was up to the opening manager to currently be shift manager for like their break, while they're at break. This guy comes in and he's complaining about how many sides he has, and he's missing one. But won't show the shift manager at the time. Won't show the shift manager the receipt. It's just telling him. And then is getting really upset with the fact that my shift manager is saying how what they ordered wouldn't, like, one of the meals they got doesn't come with a side, essentially. And the guy was looking at her, and he was like, it was a backwards and forth, right? Eventually, the guy asked for the shift manager, who is this guy, right? So my manager's like, and he's like, you're the shift manager, you're telling everyone what to do. And the manager was like, yeah. And I'm like thinking, because bear in mind, this isn't actually the shift manager, but the shift manager's gone on break, and I'm thinking, what? Yeah. I'm like, because bear in mind, I remember it now, I'm on dining assistant, so I would have been a 7 till 3, because it was in the morning. It was during a morning menu, which I will not be very descriptive about. But I remember now, I was on dining assistant, so I was in and out, so I wasn't fully clocked in that this manager was the shift running manager at the point. So I was kind of more like, yeah, to myself. This guy turns to me. Shut your fucking gob up, I'm not talking to you. What did I do? What did I do? This might have been like 3 hours into my shift, actually. But like, what did I do? Shut my fucking gob up, you bitch. What did I do? I wasn't even looking at him when I said, yeah, I don't think. Maybe I was. I actually don't fully remember. But even if I was, what the fuck, right? I've been in, out. I've been literally been outside on the dining area. I've been helping with making the food. I've been helping putting the food in the bags. I've been helping making the drinks. I'm everywhere, my guy. And so sorry that for a minute I kind of like didn't fully click who was in charge. But then realized at the time and went, oh yeah, you know what? That does make a bit of sense, actually. I can't win, my guy. I actually can't win. Let's turn the music back on. Do I have any more, like, quick stories? I don't think I do. Although, I do want to... Hang on, I'm going to look something up real quick. Paralives. Because originally, I was going to get it when it just released with that sale. But then I kind of forgot. But now it's on another sale, and I am thinking about getting it. But I'm not entirely sure. Purely because, right, I'm going to get my nice big paycheck this week. And then I'm not going to get a big paycheck for the next few weeks. I say few weeks, I don't get paid weekly. But for the next few paychecks, I'm not getting that much money. Because my hours have been cut down, so... Not fun. But either way, I don't think I've got any more stories I can quickly tell. I say that, the other story, it took me so goddamn long. Tony, do you have any stories, or nah, just the same old, same old? I do plan on streaming up until 1, which is in like half an hour. But other than that, I'm not entirely too sure. I am also getting like more emotes made, by the way. I think I added some officially. Let me check. Yeah, right, okay. So I added... These are the ones I've had for a while, right? Like a very long time. but I never officially added them because I didn't get all of them in one go. But it's these two which I'm keeping from the last set that I never just released or anything. So those, it's Hand Heart and Cone, because I thought they were both cute, especially Cone. Cone's my favorite. You may have accidentally threatened your coworker with a big pair of scissors. Can I know the story to that one? I'm gonna be honest with you, I am actually quite curious now. They are adorable. I know. They are my favorite out of the two. To be fair, there is one more that I do really like, but I was never even able to upload it because it was just too big of a file, so you know. Which I do think I'm gonna try and like get up anyway, so yeah, it's not a long story. I wanna hear it then. Because how do you do that? Oh, actually, I've got sad news. Someone from work's quitting, and I don't have any shifts with her anymore. I used to hate her guts because she gave me trauma from work that I still do, in fact, have. But she's quitting, and I don't have any more shifts with her because she dropped all the shifts that I'm on with her. But it's fine. I also found out that someone who I don't like, who knows I don't like them. The reason why I don't like them is because they always like shout in my ears, and then my on hearing, like I wear hearing. I'm not wearing them now. I don't know. You might be able to tell. I'm not wearing them now, but at work I wear some hearing aids, and he just shouts in my ears, or like throw things in the sink when I'm washing up, which metal clashing on metal does not sound great, my guy. Does not sound great at all. Yeah, turns out he's doing it on purpose. And he likes doing it because he thinks it's funny. But that day she was asking me to do small favors for her. Well, I don't mind. Like to help. Fair enough. Fair enough. A very you thing. I'm going to continue the music while I'm here. Very quickly just check I've not got a message from Watabate. No, I have not. I'm getting no money. But then you grabbed like a pair of scissors from the drawer to do you don't know what. And what did you just like? Hang on. I can actually just grab because I've got scissors here. Don't ask why I do. They've just been here for a hot minute. Or I guess. Wait, maybe I shouldn't do that on Twitch. Also, these scissors are very old at this point. They've got like. I don't even know what I was doing with these. They've got like red gunk all over them. And like sticky paper. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna go put that back now. Again, behind the PC, where it was never be seen again. She grabbed it, she turned around, she asked you something else, and then you turned, you were pointing at her. Like, I'm not doing it with the scissors again. I'll do it. Oh, no, I won that at work. I'll do it with my lip. Oh, that sounds stupid. But it sounds like such a you thing to do. Aww. I'm sure you explained it well afterwards, though. I'm not entirely sure what else I'm going to talk. Oh, actually, literally came up to my mind a moment ago. It wasn't anything, so I just started joking about it. Aww. Sweet. It came up in my mind a moment ago, but I didn't want to say it as I was reading your story, because I already kind of said about the asshole guy at work who actively is making my hearing worse. It's like a bitch. But my theory test is tomorrow, and I'm gonna fail it 100%. I'm gonna fail my theory test for my driving. And I'm not booking any driving lessons until I've 1, passed my theory, and then 2, booked my test, because I can't book my test without passing my theory first. So I can't win. So I'm passing my theory, booking my test, then booking lessons to drive a car. And then when I do get this car, I'm going to drive a nice green car. Also, my hair keeps tickling my nose, which is why I keep like rubbing it. Did you tell me about the guy who got stabbed in the corridor a week before you were... No, you didn't? You didn't? No? Maybe, elaborate a little bit. Hello? Also, I'm getting my license. Nice. Hope you pass. It's just the theory. I've not even been behind a wheel yet. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I started studying 5 days ago. And I have not gotten that far with it. I realized a few days ago that I didn't know what a junction was, or a single or double carriageway was. I know now, but I didn't know then. I'm just hoping I get the really easy questions about physics on my test. It's literally, it's so bad. I'm not passing. On that lab, there was a guy who was having problems with... Okay, the other side of the corridor, there's another lab. On that lab, there was a guy who was having problems with an ex. Okay. And that ex was threatening to kill him and all that. What did she do? Come up with scissors? But actually use them? I'm actually curious. Do keep going. As you do that, I'm gonna check one thing. Sorry, I was yawning. It's been a hot minute since I've streamed, so I'm like thinking, you know. The place where you work has a quite robust security system, so it's very hard to come in. But let me guess, she broke through like a window or something. No, she probably was able to sneak in through someone else coming in. So the ex got an internship with a professor from another department. So we got a clearance because you can go in any building after you go through the front gate. Oh no. Well, I'll give it this. That is some dedication. Also, I don't know what my hair is doing. If my hair was a bit wet at the beginning of this stream, by the way, it's because I literally just took a shower. So, I'll give it this. That is dedication, though. Huh. So one day the ex waited outside of the lab and stabbed her with a knife. Could have been so much more creative. It could have been anything but a knife, my guy. It could have been a pair of scissors. Smash like a lab tube. Could have been that. A knife? Boring, my guy. Come on. But like, goddamn, that's actually a lot of dedication for it. I'll give it that. But don't stab your exes, people. That's bad. He didn't die because his colleagues started yelling and calling for help. I feel like if he did die, he would have told me that I was very, like, a lot in like, be like, by the way, hey, let's not make jokes. This guy died. And someone got the ex away from him. Did she stab the person as well? Oh, I'll shut. I'll let you finish. And our lab tech did first aid. I'm glad he fucking survived that, by the way. Jesus Christ. That is a story to tell your friends. It's fine. And apparently he spent a few weeks in the hospital, but from what I've heard, he's fine and back at work. I don't care who he is. You walk. I'm sure, right? I'm sure you walk past him, like every now and again, but you just never know. Hang on. Sorry, I had to yawn. The ex is in prison. I would fucking hope so. Because the guy had a lot of police documentation. Jesus God, I damn fucking hope the ex was in prison. But yeah, Jesus. Oh, the World Cup's on right now, by the way. Work is hell. Even a restraining order, to be fair, I would hope so. But I feel like that is, to be fair, a lot more difficult to get. I'm just yawning over and over again now. God damn. Good on him, dude. Good on him. You know, whenever Brazil plays, the country stops to watch. Literally, I opened up my just like a search tab and it just came up. That's how I got off at noon today. The game was at 2 p.m. Wasn't it against Japan? I think I saw a TikTok about it. Or was that yesterday or something? No, like the last one. It was against Japan. Who won? Was it Brazil or Japan? Brazil won. Good job. I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't give two guacamoles about football personally. It makes no sense to me, but I think it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me how it's that popular, but you know. How can I look at past games, my guy? You must see how it is here. It's part of the culture. I was about to say it's part of the culture here as well, but I don't know how other countries react to it, so I wouldn't say it's like more here than there. We have a drinking culture though, and it's a part of that. but I can definitely see how other countries like Brazil are like, you know. More about it. Like Brazil or Spain, I don't know. Portugal. I'm trying to think of like countries where football is like a big thing, but I think that's like every country, I guess. People bug when you say you don't root for any team. I remember when I was younger, they're like, but surely you root for someone. Oh, actually funny, right? When I was younger, as in like primary school younger, I want to say I was like 10-ish. Bear in mind again, back then did not care. I still didn't care about football. Somehow we were in like a cinema as like a school trip, and the conversation of football came up, and my friend said, oh yeah, I think my friend was like, yeah, I really like Brazil. Bear in mind, my friend's not Brazilian. My friend got nothing to do with Brazil whatsoever. So when people are asking me, oh, what team, what's your favorite team to celebrate? I was like, yeah, I like Brazil. Just to be like, oh, cause I didn't know any. So I was like, oh, my friend said that. I'll just repeat. Yeah, Brazil's cool, I guess. Cool colors. What a coincidence. I know. I thought it was funny that it was Brazil that was popped up. Hang on, I'm actually checking. What's the next UK game? I know it's on Friday because people are complaining about, well, England, how busy Friday's gonna get. Oh wait, no, today. Wait, what? Wait, Wednesday. I'm not working today, that doesn't matter. And then Monday. I have no idea. But what you're referring to is like teams from national tournaments, not teams that are. Yeah, I get that. I feel like right now I couldn't like name one of like England things like Liverpool, Manchester United. There we go. I'm proving myself wrong. Probably Leeds, I think. Sheffield. Southerners. I am a southerner, I don't know any. But yeah. But yeah, we're calling whoever is not rooting for Brazil a traitor, even if you believe, like, hang on, sorry. Even if, yeah, we're, my God, I'm actually, it's boiling here right now. But yeah, we're calling anyone who isn't rooting for Brazil a traitor, even if you believe we have no chance of winning. Fair enough. To be fair, I actually don't know who is most likely to win. I actually don't know. You're only allowed to root for one other country. If one, it's for a specific game where Brazil is not playing, fair enough. Or two, only after you get eliminated, which, fair enough. See me neither. I don't even, like... Where are the good players? You know? I don't know where they are. I mean, the good players are obviously in England's team. Duh. I can name one for you right now. I couldn't. Hang on. Okay, with the amount of times I remember yawning, I'm gonna end stream now. Because I am going to go meet up with Waterboy later. To walk him home from work. Because I'm just so nice. But I'm waiting for that message. I say that. Checking if I got it. I have not streamed in like God knows how long, right? But every time I do stream after like a long break, I have so much fun with it. But I then don't plan it so I can stream for a while. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just do an hour stream, just do like easy one or something. But then I'm like, I want to continue. But yet then I'm like, I literally don't have time. Okay, I just think that it's going to be funny. Tiny country that no one knows how it got qualified to play. To be fair, I don't even know where that is. Or how to pronounce it properly, hence why I mumbled it. I've heard about the heat wave. It's been tough. It's been tough. It's been, I was expecting it to be so much worse at work. But I think because I'm on, like recently, during this part of the heat wave, I've been on dining assistance for like 3 days straight. So, like, I've been in the dining area, which actually has air conditioning, so it's not been as bad. Has it been hot though? Because I work in a kitchen when I'm like actually in kitchen. Fuck me too. To be fair, actually no, I've not been in kitchen since the heat wave. Like since summer started, I've not been in the kitchen, which thank fuck, right? I ain't never going kitchen. I do not want to be in kitchen for a second, right? That is horrible. Oh, lucky? Yeah. Do I have to deal with all of the customers' bullshit? Literally and figuratively? Maybe. But oh well. This is just like a pack of bobby pins, by the way, but it's bugging me that it's in the camera view now, so I'm moving it. But yeah, lucky indeed. But yeah, I need to schedule in longer streams. I am, although, right, okay. So, the summer holidays is coming out soon, and I googled roughly when it starts, and it starts at the end of the week, like, on a Friday. Hang on, let me look at the calendar so I can actually tell you when. My PC does not have a calendar, so I don't know why it doesn't. Because do I know the dates off the top of my head? Obviously not. Why would I? But, hang on. Yeah, it's gonna give or take, because schools are different. Because Google just said on average, schools are gonna be finishing on the 24th, because that's Friday. And then I'm thinking, right, listen, normally people get paid on the last Friday of every month, which is the 31st. So what I've tried doing is booking the entire week where the kids come out of school for the first time and payday. But I actually, now that I think about it, I might cancel that and move it back a week, because I have booked it really late, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. Either way, you'll be dealing with demons. At least the torture will be mental, not physical. You got a good point, actually. You do have a good point. I might actually, now that I'm thinking, because I was debating it anyway, but then realized after the past few shifts I've had, and I'm like, oh my god, I need a break. I want to book 2 weeks off. What I'm going to do is literally just, you know. Oh, but I want to close. I might move it a week back. Because listen, by the middle of the month, no one's going to have money to, like, go out for food. Because listen, the summer holidays, they're more expensive. Because your kids are asking for money and you're feeding them 24/7. They're not eating food at school. So, sure, maybe the first 2 weeks you have money. But after that, you know. No money to spend. You ain't gonna fucking bother me, am I right? I think my main thing is I just don't want to be on dining assistance during it. That's the one place I do not want to be in. And of course, because I am the dining assistant substitute, with my 6 days 6 days on, 2 days off, I get 2 dining assistants as like my swing shifts, my first and my last one. Do I want to deal with that? No, I don't. I really don't. I do think I'll actually move it a week back. Either way, I'm going to have to end in a moment. You know? I'm so hot though. For my next stream, I'm going to keep doing this jester thing, by the way, because I think it's funny. My life is a joke. Dude, I've had a midlife crisis. You leave me be. It's crazy for me that you guys get paid at the end of you can tell I'm hot. You get paid at the end of the month though. Most people, yeah. I mean, I don't. I get paid every 2 weeks on a Thursday, but that's not common. Like most of the time, it's on a Friday. It's either weekly, bi-weekly, or every at the end, the last Friday of the month. For me, it's not on Friday. It's every 2 weeks, but on a Thursday. Speaking of, I'm getting paid on Thursday, so I'm happy. It's my last big paycheck, and then I get no money afterwards because I have got minimum hours, and even though I'm contracted 30 hours, but even with that, I don't. They're scheduled me for basically 30 hours. But because of the closes, we leave early, so I'm not getting the 30 hours. Here, most people get paid at the 5th work/valid day of the month. Huh. Weird. But I mean, fair enough. I think most places here do just do the last Friday of the month. Okay, you don't know about the translation, but basically the week minus weekend. Alright, okay. I think I'm getting what you're on about. I think. It's really weird though, like, obviously countries are gonna be different, but like, even here in England, it's so different with like what you work as. I know for my first job, it was weekly on a Friday. For my second one though, I actually don't know what it was. It might have also been weekly or every 2 weeks. I've never personally had a job which was once a month. It's always been at least. I don't think my first one was once a month, because I was only there for 3 weeks. So I think it was weekly, or every 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever actually want a job where it's only once a month, because then that sounds really annoying. It's like, Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So if you get, so it's the first day of the month is a Wednesday. I get what you mean, but I can't explain it back to you. So basically, it's 5 days from the start of the month, minus weekends. But if it's like, if the month starts on a Sunday, it's, it's not as long than like a Friday. I got what you mean. Okay, fair enough. I'm getting what you mean. But yeah, but actually though, I am gonna sorry. I am gonna have to end stream now. Purely because, Water Bottle can literally message me at any moment in time, and I right now would not get any like notifications from it. Also, I am really sweaty with these gloves on and with this light on me, so I'm taking it all off. No, that sounds really weird. Taking these gloves off and this necklace, putting my hair up so it's not sticking to my neck, and shit like that. I say that I don't know where my headband is because it was on my wrist, but I took it off. There it is. What song am I gonna have as my ending song? Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to mention. Although I might be wrong, so who knows? I don't think so, no. Right, let me just put my hair up. Also, I realized at the beginning of the stream that my hair is going way too long and needs to get cut again. I'm not liking how it's looking, so I've got to do that, but I just don't know where I'm going to get it cut. Because I don't want to keep going to the same place I used to go to. Because literally, with the last time I went, that's the only time they've actually done it correctly. But it's back where I used to live, so it's kind of like a hassle to get there. I don't know. I might do one more trip though. Apparently, Germany got eliminated? Oh my god, wait, who beat them? Who beat Germany? Wait, pause the music. Who beat Germany? FIFA. Isn't Germany like classed as like a good country? I'm reading this, I don't know what any of it means. They did? I say that. Do they have like a strong football team? I don't know if they do. I don't know. Apparently they do. They beat them. You know what? You've got a good point. I'm going to end it here for today. Have a great evening, morning, day, or night, whatever you are. Take care, look after yourselves. You do not need to stick around for the ending song. I just think it's nice to have. Next stream, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not know when it will be. I've been very on and off with streams anyway. But the one thing I will try and do... I'll take a quick glance at my work schedule just to see. I am getting my blood taken this week though. So, well, I say this week. A week today. Oh, never mind. It's Tuesday now. On the 6th, I'm getting my blood taken for my blood donation because I've got extra blood, so I'm donating it to the NHS. But I guess that is next week. I can try and stream Tuesday, which is today technically. However, no promises because I do have my water bottle finishes at 11. And my theory test is today at 5. I'm failing. I know I'm failing. I just want to get a grasp to see what, like, a grasp of what this kind of thing is like. You know? Like, I want to know what kind of questions there are. Like, it's like educational failing, you know? Education. I was meant to study all day for it. Did I though? No, I did not. So it's fine, okay? I am going to try and stream more this month, but I am going to make a stream schedule, but it's going to be when I'm in a better mindset, because admittedly, midlife crisis is still here. I'm 20 years... Oh yeah, sorry, I paused for a second because it's not past August yet, so I can say I'm 20 years old, and I'm having my 20... I'm having my in my 20s life crisis, you know what I mean? Either way, have a great evening, morning, day, or night. Been there. Yeah. Hope it doesn't take too much longer now. But either way, have a great evening, morning, day, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Look after yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe. I'll see you next stream with I don't know what. I'm going to try my best to actually use Facecam for it, though, and not just do a Dodgy live stream. Which, to be fair, might be the next stream I do. Who knows? So I'm holding a... Not Squishmallow. Nido. So if you hear me hitting that, that's what I'm hitting. But yeah, have a great evening, morning, day, or night, wherever you are. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Well, maybe not. I'll see you eventually. Take care, bye-bye.